Welcome to Fix It Home Improvement, covering projects that every homeowner should know and great products for home and garden.
Hi, I'm JC, and this is where we share weekly home improvement tips. I'm here with my co-host, Cindy.
Hello, JC.
Hi, Cindy. This week we're going to talk about some tips for getting your home ready to sell, and we'd like to thank Melvin Cordoza for liking and sharing the podcast. We're finishing up book 15. Hopefully we can get it to the editor in the next week or so. And I'm listening to an interesting podcast on Cary Grant. I'm on part 2, volume 1, which is 7 hours long. Part 2, volume 2 is over 8 hours long.
Wow.
Some amazing stories. You can check it out on the Secret History of Hollywood podcast. In the early 1800s, banks wouldn't loan money to the average person to purchase a home. Mortgages became common after the U.S. banking system was stabilized in the 1860s. Mortgages in the early 1900s had a term of 5 years, and they required a 50% down payment.
Ouch.
And it was interest only, the payments, and you had a balloon payment for the entire principal at the end of the term. So homeowners had to renegotiate their loans almost every year with the bank, which worked fine until the Great Depression.
Yeah.
So banks had no money to lend, no one else had money to lend, and at one point in the 1930s, nearly 10% of all homes were in foreclosure.
Wow.
The National Association of Real Estate Boards adopted the term realtor in 1916, and when the housing market boomed during the 1940s and 1950s, so did the real estate profession.
Cool.
In 1940, 43.6% of the population in the U.S. owned a home. In 2021, 65.6% of the population owns a home. When you're getting a house ready to sell, I like putting together a checklist of all the projects. That way you can get an overview of the time it's going to take and the costs.
How many houses have you bought and sold?
Probably over 50. But when I was investing in real estate,
I was going to say.
It was when we got those ready, the main selling point for those was the cash flow of our renters. But you
still had to put together a list of what needed to happen in order to get renters in there.
Sure, absolutely, yeah. When we had it inspected, and then I've bought and sold quite a few properties that I lived in, and so
people should actually listen to us because we kind of know what we're talking about with this one.
And I'm in the process of remodeling a condo right now with my son.
Mm-hmm.
But I like going through a list so you can prioritize your work based on the time of year for outdoor projects and fine-tune what materials or types of products make the most sense based on your budget. In the condo I'm working on now, we tore out all the old carpet in the bedrooms, the hallway, the dining room, and the living room, and I removed the old tile in the kitchen, and I put down laminate flooring with an attached underlayment. And since we're doing all the work ourselves and have the time, it's less expensive than having a company install carpet or flooring, but having a company come in and install carpeting might be the best decision for
because how long is this taking you?
It's taking me forever. But if you don't have the time or the tools, just having a company come in and throw down carpeting, because there's some pretty good deals you can get if you're recarpeting multiple rooms. A checklist of the projects and the estimated cost of each project helps prevent overspending.
Right.
You want to base your budget on the return you think you're going to get from the money you spend and what the home can potentially sell for.
Mm-hmm.
One tip many professionals suggest is using an experienced real estate agent. They're going to help you research the current home prices for similar homes in your area and the actual sale prices in the last few months. And that way you're going to have a realistic expectation of what you can get from the sale and what your remodeling budget should be.
Mm-hmm.
I think checking out open houses in your neighborhood will give you an idea of what buyers will be comparing to your home, and especially if you haven't looked at homes in a while, it can help you focus on what features to highlight in your home.
Mm-hmm.
A survey of realtors found 76% believed curb appeal will attract more attention for showings and add value. Virginia State University says a study of property sales found well-landscaped homes sold for 5 to 12% more than similar homes without updated landscaping. You want your landscape bushes, trees, and plants to look balanced for the most impact, and you can check out our episode called Landscape for Curb Appeal for some more tips. Before you list your home, if it's spring or summer, make sure you water your lawn regularly, if you can in your area, and control the weeds. Trim back bushes, trees, and large plants that look overgrown, and keep bushes close to the house trimmed below the windows. To trim the hedges around your home, you can use an inexpensive manual hedge trimmer, and that's going to give more of a natural look to the bushes, plus you're going to get some exercise, but it's harder to cut through large branches on mature plants. When I spoke to Green Machine a couple of weeks ago about some fall landscaping tips, they had some tips if you're buying an electric or a corded hedge trimmer. They said double-sided blades allow you to cut in both directions so you can work more efficiently. 16-inch blades are good for small hedges, 18-inch blades are good for average to large hedges, and 20-inch and longer blades are the best for thick branches and large established hedges. Green Machine has a cordless hedge trimmer with a 25-inch long blade. It's dual cutting, and it has a 1-inch cutting capacity, so it's good for large established plants.
Right.
Some top-rated manual hedge trimmers come from Fiskars, Fiskars, Corona, Corona, and Gilmour, Gilmour. Some top-rated electric and cordless hedge trimmers come from Green Machine. It's Green, capital Machine. DeWalt, DE, capital WALT, Black & Decker, and Toro. Clean up your landscape beds and add a thin layer of mulch. If you have rock mulch, you can rinse it off with a hose to make it look better and add more rock if you need to. You can add more color and interest to the front of the house and your landscape areas by adding inexpensive flower pots with flowers in them.
Cool.
Pull up weeds or spray weeds in your lawn and landscape beds and remove or trim back plants that don't look healthy. Clean or repaint the front door and the garage door if it's in front. Sweep off cobwebs and any debris around your home. Use a hose or power wash the outside of your house, the driveway, and sidewalks, and repair cracks or resurface pitted or worn surfaces.
It was amazing. We used a pressure washer on my parents' siding.
Yeah.
And just water. I mean, it
Right.
was amazing, the difference.
Yeah, night and day. For concrete driveways and walkways, you can use a caulk-like slab. It's SLAB to fill the cracks, and that's going to blend into the concrete. There's another product called Crack Sticks. It's CRACK, capital STIX. And this is a flexible rod that you pack into the cracks and you heat it with a torch. It melts into the crack and it creates a smooth repair. And they also have crack sticks for asphalt. For asphalt cracks, a couple top-rated products come from Latexite, it's LATEXITE, and Red Devil, RED, capital DEVIL. If your asphalt driveway looks worn, you can cover it with an asphalt driveway sealer. It's only going to take a couple hours and your driveway is going to look great. Some top-rated products come from Latexite, Sacrete, it's SAKRETE, and Henry, HENRY. If your concrete driveway is pitted and worn looking, you can cover it with a resurfacing product. I did this in my garage. The surface was very pitted and was kind of flaking, and it did a great job of filling all the holes and creating a smooth surface. Sacrete and Quikrete, it's QUIKRETE, both have top-rated concrete resurfacers. Check around all the windows and doors to see if it needs to be caulked. I like an outdoor sealant that cleans up with soap and water rather than 100% silicone because it's easier to smooth, and in the future you can cover it with additional caulk, where silicone doesn't stick to silicone,
Right.
so you have to clean it out very thoroughly to re-caulk it with silicone. When you're looking at caulk, make sure you get something that's rated for outdoors, and some will be marked caulk, some will be marked sealant. Caulk is usually stiffer when it's cured. Sealant is usually going to be more flexible. It will expand and contract with temperature changes. Some top-rated products for outdoors: Red Devil Lifetime Ultra, Loctite, it's Loctite, their Poly Seam Seal, and DAP, it's DAP, their Dynaflex Ultra. Clean the gutters so they don't overflow if it's raining. Clean the lighting on the porch or the garage. Get a bright bulb for evening showings. Replace your outdoor lights if they look dated or if they're worn. It's an inexpensive fix. And also look at your landscape lighting. Make sure the bulbs all work or replace anything damaged. Look at your mailbox. Update it if you need a new one. Get new house numbers if they look worn. Check your outdoor hose faucets. Repair or replace them if they're dripping. Remove old, worn, or broken hose reels, and clean all the windows and screens inside and out. Clean, repair, stain, or repaint a shed, fence, or any storage outside. And then clean off and hose down a central air conditioning unit. Patch any foundation cracks, and fix or fill mortar between bricks.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a wood deck, repair any damaged planks, restain or repaint it. Remove any old, damaged chairs or decorations. Make the area all around your home look well cared for and well maintained. If you list your home with a realtor, the outside pictures can make an impact on potential buyers.
Mm-hmm.
You should be picking up your pet toys, kid toys. If you have a pool, clean up all the toys and leaves in the pool so the picture looks better.
Right.
And then maintain the outside for as long as the home is on the market. Many buyers aren't going to pay too much attention to the roof unless it's missing shingles or it's very worn, but most buyers will have a home inspector check out the house before they purchase it, and most mortgage companies require a home inspection, an HVAC inspection, and depending on your location, a termite inspection. So you can hire a home inspector before you start making repairs, and that way you can catch any problems the buyer is going to find, and it's going to help you decide where you put your remodeling budget. You might have an outdated or recalled service panel, for example, that you don't know about, or a roof at the end of its life. You could have a furnace with a cracked heat exchanger or a radon problem, and now you've got these expenses that you really have to handle.
Right.
Once you make any repairs that your home inspector recommends, you can use that as a selling point for updated features in your home.
Right.
The National Association of Realtors says 23% of home sales fall through because of a home inspection or environmental issues.
What do you mean by that?
Things like lead paint or radon levels.
If
you hire a home inspector and an experienced realtor who knows your neighborhood, they can help guide you in the key things to repair or organize, which will save you money. Realtor Magazine says common problems found by a home inspector and the things you should be checking before you list your home for sale is any type of faulty wiring, poor grading and drainage, roof problems, foundation problems, plumbing, HVAC problems, and poor upkeep maintenance. Inside your home, think about what buyers are going to be looking at. They're going to be opening closets, flushing toilets, turning on faucets, opening cabinet doors. How do your doorknobs look, the cabinet pulls and knobs? By replacing low-cost items, you can make a good first impression and give the impression of a well-maintained home. You should replace all old or dated light fixtures and make sure the light bulbs work in any fixtures. Many realtors recommend increasing the natural light in rooms. Eliminate old room-darkening drapes and shades and replace low-light bulbs with bright bulbs. And then add lamps to any rooms that seem dark so you can brighten up every room. Repair or replace dripping faucets and shower heads. Replace old corroded faucets. An inexpensive new faucet is going to look better than an expensive rusty one. Fix any slow drains. Remax Real Estate recommends a deep cleaning in bathrooms and kitchens. Clean the toilets, tubs, and showers thoroughly. Replace moldy caulk. Clean and repair grout between floor and wall tiles. Clean exhaust fans and make sure they work properly, and check the light in a kitchen exhaust fan. Clean the bath and kitchen cabinets inside and out. Remove excess products and organize them so the cabinets look like they hold more.
Smart.
Open and close all the doors in your house. Do they stay closed or open? And you should wipe down the hinges. Open and close all your windows. Check that they work properly. Check all outlets and switches. Replacing all the old outlets and switches is pretty easy and inexpensive. I replaced all the switches and outlets and GFCIs in the condo I'm remodeling and the covers, and it made a big difference in the look. You should also update any areas that will need GFCI protection. You can check out our episode called GFCIs and AFCIs and our episode called Common Electrical Mistakes for some more tips.
Exciting.
Get a carpet cleaner or hire a carpet cleaner to freshen up the look of your carpets. Replace worn or damaged carpet. One article I read from a realtor said he recommends replacing all old carpet with laminate, vinyl plank, or hardwood. He says the majority of his buyers prefer these over carpet. The National Association of Realtors recommends refinishing old or worn hardwood. You should recoup 100% of the cost when selling your home.
Interesting.
Patch and repair walls and ceilings and then repaint with a neutral color. Water-based, low-odor, zero VOC paint is a good choice if you're repainting rooms while you're living in your home. Green Guard says paint with fewer than 50 grams of VOCs per liter qualifies as low VOC paint. Paint with less than 5 grams of VOCs per liter qualifies as zero VOC paint. The EPA says paint with high VOCs can cause a variety of health issues like eye, nose, and throat irritation, headaches, and nausea. And long-term exposure to VOCs can cause more serious health problems like liver, kidney, or nervous system damage. And even if you're using low or zero VOC paint, have adequate ventilation while you're painting and while the paint is drying.
Right.
At the condo I'm remodeling, there's a master bathroom where I replaced the trim kit in the shower. So I changed out the knob, the decorative cover, the shower arm, and the shower head. In the main bathroom, I put a trim kit in there too. So I replaced the knob, the cover, the tub spout, the shower arm, and the shower head.
Made a big difference.
Yeah, it's funny. Just something like that, and pretty inexpensive.
Well, I don't care how much you clean it. If it's old, it's old.
Right.
And it could be shiny, but still looks old.
Right. I refinished the tub wall tiles with a 2-part Rust-Oleum epoxy, and I refinished the tub with a Rust-Oleum tub spray epoxy. And Rust-Oleum is Rustolleum. I refinished the shower stall and the shower base with the Deich refinishing kit, and Deich is D-A-I-C-H. And I had extra product left over, so I also refinished the countertop in the bathroom with this, and it turned out nice. I refinished the kitchen countertop with a Beyond Paint countertop refinishing kit, and I repainted all the kitchen cabinets with Beyond Paint cabinet paint, all in neutral colors. So I didn't spend a lot of time or money putting in things that the new homeowner might replace.
Right.
It's move-in ready. They can live in the condo how it is and then renovate to their taste over time if they want to.
Right.
If your basement or crawl space is musty smelling, you can increase the ventilation with an exhaust system. And we've talked about Easy Breathe in the past. They have crawl space and basement ventilation systems, and you can install these yourself. You can check them out at easybreathe.com. It's EZBREATHE.com. If humidity is a problem, you can add a dehumidifier. Some top-rated dehumidifiers come from Tosot. It's T-O-S-O-T. Frigidaire, F-R-I-G-I-D-A-I-R-E, and G-E, G and E. If you've tested your basement or your crawl space with a radon test kit or a monitor, and you have high levels, and every homeowner should test for radon.
Right.
If your levels are high, you can add a radon fan to lower the radon to safe levels. Churnland has a radon fan that you can install yourself, and you can check those out at churnland.com. It's TJERNLUND.com. I spoke to Kasha McDaniel. She has the Creative Home Podcast. She's a professional home stager, and her company is Blue Diamond Staging and Design. She says decluttering is the biggest thing a homeowner can do to get their home ready to sell.
Yeah.
She says clutter makes a room feel smaller, so you should remove items that don't belong in the space, like toys or laundry in the living room. Depersonalize your home and remove traces of pets, especially when you're taking pictures for your online photos. Many buyers will automatically assume that the home is going to have lingering odor from pets and may not even set an appointment.
Wow.
Donate or sell excess items in your home. Remove all your family photos, throw out expired medicine and makeup. Remove all items from kitchen counters except a coffee maker and a microwave. Pack away anything you don't think you'll be using for the next month. Remove toys from kids' bedrooms. Remove traces of pets during showings. Remove diplomas, trophies, and anything personal. Remove clutter above kitchen cabinets or window sills, and limit the plants in each room to 1 or 2. Remove shampoo, soap, razors in the shower and tubs. Clear clutter off desks, countertops, and nightstands. Pack away large kids' toys. Remove dated drapes or valances. Paint the rooms with neutral colors. Fix anything broken. Replace burnt-out light bulbs. Update the bedding. Put new towels in bathrooms. Clean the appliances. Clean the bathrooms. And store boxes out of sight or put them in storage, and then organize the garage. Beyond doing these things, a home stager will remove furniture and rearrange your furniture and decorations for the most impact. And I never realized that home staging is so popular.
Yeah.
53% of realtors say a staged home sells faster. A study by the National Association of Realtors found 83% of buyer agents said a staged home makes it easier for their buyer to visualize the property as their home.
Right. Well, we've gone to open houses with model homes, and
Yeah, they're fantastic.
well, when it's completely empty, it's hard to see it as a house.
Right. The National Association of Realtors says staging a vacant home will increase the sale price and the speed of the sale.
Mm-hmm.
They say in a staged home, small imperfections aren't as obvious. In a vacant home, flaws become the focal point. Surveys have found that empty rooms appear smaller than a staged room, it almost seems counterintuitive. Buyers couldn't visualize what could fit in the space. Most people can't see a finished room in their mind, like where the couch or the TV or other furnishings should be, or where they'd look the best. A staged room is going to look much better than an empty room online also when you're looking at pictures of the house.
Right.
There was a study of 4,200 staged homes, and on average they sold for 8% more than very similar homes that were non-staged. And empty homes, they say, take twice as long to sell.
Really?
Yeah, pretty interesting. You can check out Kasha's podcast for more tips on staging and decorating ideas. It's called Creative Home Podcast. Some other tips from realtors: don't have the house too warm or too cold. Buyers are going to want to leave. Clean the stove, oven, microwave, and refrigerator thoroughly and replace burner grates if they're worn. Always be ready to show your home to a potential buyer, so keep it clean and organized. Check all your smoke alarms and CO detectors. Replace or add what's required. If you're replacing the flooring, gray and light brown are the most popular colors now. Get rid of any excess furniture. Organize your closets and make them look half empty. They say that it really gives the impression of larger closets to people.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to add?
We'd like to thank Kasha for helping us with this episode. And I think that's a good overview of some of the things to think about when you're getting your home ready to sell. If you hire a realtor and a home inspector, they'll be able to help you with more specific things for your home and the neighborhood that you're in.
Let's wrap this up.
You can subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast app.
If you enjoyed it, please leave us a review.
You can check out our home improvement videos on our YouTube channel, Fix It Home Improvement.
And you can subscribe to that as well.
You can download our ebooks, Home Improvement Solutions, What Every Homeowner Should Know, books 1 through 14 on Amazon.
If you enjoyed it, please leave us a 5-star rating and review.
You can email us at fixitpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow Cindy on Twitter at FixItCohost, and you can follow us on Instagram, Fixit Home Improvement.
Thank you for listening.
Talk to you next week.
Different.